Hello, not really having a clue to what's going on. So let's first start with some basic mechanics. See the circle by the heart, that means your visibility. And if you want to look at the sound, look at the sound. It's up in the red running. So if you drop in front of us, we'll smell us. See the green? And there's a couple settings that you can go to. Now I don't care about the unit, metric or whatever. It don't matter. But what does matter is a free compass. So if you have a fixed, I think it's easier if you actually turn on your compass free. That way your compass is free and it allows for the wind to switch. So keep that in mind. Now hunting, bow hunting, we all want to bow hunt that red fox and get them foxes and coyotes. And there's a little way to do this. First thing you want to do, if you're going to be using your bow and such, here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to try to work on these skills. The first thing you're going to want to try to do is you're going to have to try to build up here to this tier 3. And you're going to have to get this one right here. This right here is soft beat, reduces the noise generated by moving and foliage and such. And this one here, improvised blind, further increase your visibility while large bushes. Now you can take all these off. But it costs $4,200. Okay, so just remember that. And you want to have this is pretty good skill. Now once you get 60, you're done. Now you can reset them for, you've seen that just a minute ago, for $42,000. They're kind of important. Sight spotting in the scope, tagging and stuff. So them's not important. But you want to, if you're going to be bow hunting that fox, you know, there's some missions over in Hirschfield and here in Layton Lake that is very difficult to call in game. So see where that animal is right there? Now you see the line just up here? The best thing to do is have that line totally gone like that. Alright, and some of the scent spray don't hurt either. If you're downwind, if the animals are downwind, just sneak along there and use that and try to get positioned to where you are best suited and hunted. Remember, these animals are probably not going to smell you for a few minutes, so you're going to want to try to get out a trusty collar and such, wherever it is. If I even got one on me. I probably don't even have one on me. Okay, let's see if I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't have a call. Well, that figures. So you can see his tracks. See his tracks right down there? He's right down there. See the tracks illuminating? Now that animal probably already smelt me and took off. Like I say, in real life scenario, deer have the keenest nose of all. You're not going to get by with much with these animals. Now see the profile, my profile? See the noise? It's them animals can hear out to probably 50, 60 meters. 50, 60 yards. So now there's one more.
I spotted some tracks right here, close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
Okay. Just remember, if you hide by a tree, some trees will hide you better than others. See? They can still see you, but you know that animal can still see you with good eyes. The best is get into a pine tree. If you're calling game and when that line's invisible, they got to get up about right to here to see you, you know, within 4 or 5 meters. Now the line, they can see you a little better, and of course so on and so forth. So let's get a call here. That deer's just on the other side of the cabin. Now they can hear you when you're running like this. So when you're down like this, they don't hear you as much. Only when the ambient noise goes up. Now, when it's raining or high wind, that also helps you not be detected. But when you're trying to bow hunt them coyotes and animals like that, it makes it really, really difficult to bag them animals when they're, super close. So let's take that off and put our red sight back on. Let's take that snort wheeze, nail collar, distress. That sounds good. Well, you're going to get a few animals like this. Just run around until you hear your first animal give out a warning. When you give out a warning call, a lot of hunters and players do this, and you're not going to get very many diamonds or high caliber animals for doing this. You might, by chance, run into one with luck, So I wouldn't recommend hunting. Now, if you want to build up some cash and money, that's one thing. But it's best just to sneak along, use the brush for foliage, and stop every now and then and look. Because I've actually walked right up onto deer bedded, elk, you name it. Every now and then give a call if you want. I recommend also carry binoculars, health pack. Some of the scent stuff helps too. It's going to help you. But a snort wheeze call, I'll put it here instead of that, and you can take some of this stuff off. Yeah, like that Magnum. You can put that sight. I got that Raptor sight for the pistol. It works really nice. Now that's the free thing that just came out. Now if you look right over here, down here in this brush is using some good bedding areas. And also you can look at your map. So right over here there's some feed zones, feeding and drinking. And they're pretty good places to go at certain times of the day. Like this time of day is 5:30 to 9 is usually a good time to go here. Then 9:30 to 11. So all morning this is a good place to go. Right in here. And if you look at the map, you can mark them. If you want to put a waymark, that'll kind of give you a broader picture where they are. Now you want to watch for animal signals. See how I was walking there in the brush and I was totally invisible? They may hear you, but they won't see you. The main defense of most wildlife is their smell. Animals use smell more, especially whitetail, moose, elk, use their smelling olfactories because they can smell like out of this world. That's their number one defense against predators. I mean, they can smell, really smell you. It's hard to cover up a whitetail smell. Smeller. Hard to deceive the nose. Now I'm perfectly invisible here, so an animal could probably walk up. I've actually had animals come up behind me, not really be thinking, using a collar, and they not even smell me. See, so the wind's blowing that way, right? So it's blowing out the north and heading south. So you got to watch it. Any animal over in that area coming this way would smell you. And a lot of the coyotes and red foxes will circle to the downwind side of you. Like if there's a red fox or coyote over there, they'll circle right over in that area and try to come in downwind to detect you. And that's so typical in real life animal behavior too. They're very notorious about doing that. Now see, right now I'm pretty visible. Now see, the birds are out in the sun. Now animals can really detect you. Like what you want to do is just hunt, stalk real slow, get to one brush cover to the next, stop and look around. Take note of your area. And maybe if you got a collar of something, if you got a collar, maybe even binocular around. You may spot some animals over in there bedded or feeding around over here. That's the whole idea of stalking it right there. You're perfectly good right here. You could call in a coyote real easy here and zap him with an arrow. Real easy. Or a fox. But foxes, you got to have that line or better like this. This right here, I'm totally invisible. What that means between the heart and the sound meter is that they can't detect me. The only way they can detect me is if they smell me, or if I stand up, and you know, even standing up I'm invisible. So right here is a pretty good, now I'm sticking out like a sore thumb. Of course I'm still now invisible. At least let's see what kind of tracks these are. Probably, actually looks like a deer of some kind. Oh, it is a coyote. Okay. So let's see when he went through here. Now if he gives out a warning call, now see, here's the thing, this animal's going downwind. He would never come in. Never, never, never. Now when you get things like that and they're coming in from downwind, it's best to have a tent set up on the lower end, and it always works out so much better. But you want to use your cover. Laying down's another good way to call in wildlife, because you can be laying down and call in wildlife. You can shoot your bow too. You just got to have the targeting system right. See, right in the center of that log. See how bad that shoots? Right there. The arrow, you got to pretty much sight right down your arrow. You know, right about there. Use that arrow if you're laying down with a bow. Crossbow's nice. I mean, it said pick them up, but I didn't get nothing. Did you see that? Now the thing is, if you're in an area where there's animals and you don't see no fresh tracks or droppings, more likely there's not very many animals in the area. So don't kill all the animals in the area. Now when you find a lot of droppings like this, very fresh droppings, you might want to get your gun out, because that means there's animals in the vicinity. Several. So there's a fresh and there's a very fresh. So that tells me right now that there's a few rabbits in this area. What a great place to get your pistol out or your shotgun and get your weapons honed in there a little bit. Rabbits is fairly easy to hunt. All you gotta do is just remain quiet and move from cover to cover and watch a little bit. Sometimes you can hear them thump if you make a loud noise. Don't get in too much of the brush, because they'll slip right up on you and scare the bejesus off you. So as you can see, they're heading over in this way here. Looks like the rabbits are. But if you make noise, they'll hear you. See, it's still saying fresh. Fresh. You want very fresh. We want very fresh, so let's head over here and look around. Now if you hear a thump, that's the time to be quiet, naturally. Rabbits, you don't have to be too stealthy with them. Very fresh. So he's over in here somewhere. You can hear the rabbits too. They make a lot of ambient noise. They make it like a... See, this is probably a rabbit track right here. So them rabbits are pretty close. Now, you ain't got no rabbit callers, so. Rabbits used to like it right up here. You can hear them walking. Not here, are they? Ain't that something? They're not there. I mean, they could have been down there. So I wonder what animal they're coming out with next to this game. Turkeys, maybe? I've had a few people tell me that they've heard rabbits or turkeys in the game. I've never seen them. Definitely want to keep your heart rate down, if at all possible. Fresh. I think they went over here. Because it goes from fresh to very fresh right over here. So that's what makes me think they all went over here, this way, see? But the tracks don't say that. Those tracks say that way, which is kind of interesting. Maybe they went up the hill. Still score up so I can unlock certain things. Shotgun's really nice. Buckshot's a little harder to shoot them with. Now you don't want to get in too big of thick stuff. It makes it harder to hunt the rabbits. The rabbits are altogether pretty fun to hunt. But like I said, we're stealth. To be stealthy, get in the brush, move slow. If you want to use your bow to get the bow challenges, make sure you have all your bow challenges unlocked. Like steady, hold, aim. It don't matter about your arrow, any arrow work. I use the heavy arrow because if you run into a bear in this game, you're not going to kill him with a field tip. I'll just be very honest with you. And some of the arrows are pretty weak. So as you see, still very fresh. Still a few rabbits in here even. So they've been jumping around in here. There's a warning thump. So when you see a warning thump, you can go toward that area. Now you're not going to be able to call no rabbit in, unfortunately. Now if you got it set up, you can see your animals. These rabbits will let out a warning thump when you get pretty close to them. So this game requires a little bit of patience. I mean, it ain't like Call of Duty. You're just into a game and start blazing. Game ain't like it. If it was like that, I wouldn't probably like the game anyhow. I like the challenge. I mean, I've already platinumed here on this game, so I'm already partway there. Now that rabbit's down there in the brush, so you gotta be careful going down in that area after them. Because the thing is, you get right up on top of them, then the next thing you know, you're in trouble. Now you can shoot a gun every now and then, and they'll give out a thump. So see, he didn't get a thump. I don't know where he went. Like I say, use your stealth tactics. Like I say, see right there, you're invisible. The line's on, you're slightly visible. Some of the animals will see you, but things like fox, you just got to watch the wind. Like, I don't think the rabbits pay attention. I've never had a rabbit smell me and take off yet, and I've been downwind. I've had them downwind several times, and they never reacted. They never reacted to the smell of a person. So, but if you're worried about smell, just carry a little bit of the what do you call it? Just carry a little bit of your scent eliminator. It works pretty good. It works for a few minutes at least. I think they said online it works for 30 minutes. I don't know. I think it works about that time. Seems like it, but you're not going to be able to sneak up on every animal downwind, and it really ain't recommended. And you can forget even trying to sneak up on a coyote downwind, or a fox, or a whitetail, moose, elk. The boars, I think they hunt you down and try to kill you. Or the warthogs, I mean. Now find a tree like this, and that line right there, that makes it pretty good. You could kill an animal from that, but right there you're more invisible with that little circle under the line, you're pretty good right there. The animal would definitely not see you, and it would be a better advantage for you to use your bow. And I'll tell you another thing, it can get you into practice. If you want to really learn how to shoot bow, pick trees and stuff out and aim for certain things and shoot arrows into them and see how your arrow hits. Of course, that arrow is going to be high because I had it set on 40, but that arrow probably hit right there, right where that dark, yep, perfect. Right there it is, a little high in the area, but still, nevertheless, nice. So see that arrow, that place right down there, that tree? See that tree right there? So what you can do is you can pull out your, what would you call it? Your range finding binoculars. That's 17 yards. So see, there's no excuse for not hitting with your bow right where you're holding. Now the wind is blowing slightly northwest to southwest, so take that into compensation, and maybe like right here, because it's only 20 yards, that should hit right in the middle. Did it? I heard wood. That'd be a dead deer if he was standing there. Yeah, I can see the shafts from here. Okay. Perfect. Be a dead deer. 3 of them broke. I would like to see a fox, or, well, not a fox, but a coyote. There's that challenge over there in Hirschfeld where you got to sneak up onto a fox and kill him with a bow. I've completed it several times. Of course, I got another account too that I play on, and I completed. My friend, she's having all kinds of trouble with it, and she gets aggravated. I said, well, go do something else in the game. Don't just keep trying it. You'll get bored and you'll get mad and get disappointed. Yeah, so anytime you're moving, you can run like this, and a lot of people do this method. Like I said, they'll run around, and when they hear the first animal let out a scream, they'll start calling. That's good and all. I mean, that works. As you know, that definitely works. You can use that method. I'm not saying you can't, but I will tell you this: there's a big disadvantage to using it. There is one super huge disadvantage of it. When animals hear you running, the diamonds, you're not going to get very many high-level animals, diamonds or golds, unless you just want to kill animals. And of course, this is the best method to do it. Just run like a wild man. And when you find the droppings, go find some fresh droppings. Or this looks like a whole herd actually that came through here. But the thing is, I don't know what time of day, or there's some manure. You want to look for their waste. Old, so see, that's old as sin, so that don't really come in handy. When you find old, just move on to a different wildlife animal. That's very old. So these deer probably went through here a few hours ago, and God knows where they're at. As you can see, we're heading this way, so they're, my goodness, they might be over in here by now, or further away. So you know how that goes. There is some good hunting spots. Right here's a good hunting spot for whitetail and blacktail. Up in here, some good hunting spots. Big ones like diamonds and golds, where I've seen a lot of diamond and gold. Right here, also I've killed an albino deer here, and I've got an albino deer here. That's the two albinos I've gotten. Several piebald moose, piebald deer in this area right here, and big diamonds. Now up here I've seen herds of deer. Right up here, up in Little Pig. Right in here, especially right in here around this lake, and up in here. Let's go see. There's usually a few whitetail in this area. So I hope any stealth tips I've given you might help you, and if it ain't, that's alright too. We're here just hunting a little bit too, while talking about stealth and everything. I guess some people have already platinumed this. I don't know how many people have platinum, but I know I have. Platinum a good while back. Of course, hunting there. So see, right there's a deer. Calm, and usually they're right over here. Usually they're up on that hill. I think I just saw one. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Alright, them's the ones I think I'm going after. So we're just going to slip in here real quiet like. Try to take out the buck. We'll put it this way, we're going to try to take him. Remember, you can eliminate the whole herd out of a need zone, and if you do that, that need zone is gone. But as long as them need zones are on your map, it'll spawn the natural deer in that area. So if you want to take out one or two does, that's okay. But I wouldn't make it pink, because it could destroy your need zone too. And if you possibly can, call the animals into you. That helps a lot of times. So get rid of some brush. That's a very easy buck. There's 3 bucks here. So there's 5 deer in this, 6 deer in this herd. That's a very easy. I'll take either one of them bucks. $130 yards away. The rain probably help you a little bit in sneaking. So when I get within 100 yards, I'm going to have to try to call them in or something. They're not even coming toward me. Really hard to sneak up on deer bedded. Nice buck too. I wish they'd fix where the deer couldn't see you through the mountains too, because deer can actually see you. I like how the tracks do show up, so. That's how you do it. Stealth hunting at its finest. And the thing about the bow, they don't scare them away. Now, they may give you out a warning call because they did hear that arrow. But you can sit right here and call the whole herd in and kill the whole herd. Ruin your need zone. And you don't want to ruin your need zone. Because if you turn it pink, you're going to ruin it. Look at all the deer. So see, right there's 2 deer just taken out of this need zone. But if you leave it alone, they will repopulate. So let's take him. Oh, I don't believe I hit that ball. Oh, I missed that deer. That's a small buck I took out of the herd. That was a good shot in the spine. So we'll leave these deer alone. Head up out of the area here. Head up north. Head up to the hot deer spot. So I hope you get the idea of stealth hunting. So we can just take this. You don't want to take too many deer out of the need zone. Don't want to take too much out. Bears are the same way. Like when you're hunting bear, one of my favorite bear hunting areas is right over here by the Croc Bridge. This bridge is one of my most favorite bear hunting spots. But I hope that helps anybody out on stealth tips, moving silently around the area. Hunt your need zones, feed zones, whatever you want to call them. Just make sure your line's invisible, carry a little scent, keep the perks up, the certain perks, and that's all you really need to remember. Is just make sure you keep them perk zones up. And, you know, we talked about that earlier. So let's put a predator call under the scent collar. So when you come out, this is bear zone. This is a bear area right here. Now bears, you can move around like this, and when you hear one let out, it's like a caw. It make like a weird noise. You can stop and call them in generally. Just use the wind to your advantage. That's why I came over this way. Elk probably. It is. Morning thumper. The morning thumper. Nighttime's a good time to hunt too. There's a bunny. A whole bunch of bunnies. Okay. They're nervous. I don't think I got him. that rabbit. Alright. There he is, see? Big bull. All a bunch of them. There it is. I see him moving. Is it a cow? Oh, it's a bull. Nice. Nice shot. I didn't drop him, but it was a good hit. Grab with the bow, and I got this bull whelp. There were several bulls, and I drilled him. He ain't going far. See, there he is. Matter of fact, you can see him. So we'll close it with this stream right here. Look, nice bull whelp. Didn't go very far. Look at that, silver even. Look right through. Extremely right through it. Hit him pretty good. Went in right there and right through the lungs, stomach. Right lung, liver, stomach. Beautiful shot. Thanks for watching. Hope that helps. I'm glad to show a little bit of stealth. If you need anything else to know about the game, don't hesitate to ask. Archery's my favorite. That's what I do in real life. And just main thing's be patient when you're hunting. Just be patient, move slow, use the wind, move very cautiously, move from cover to cover, use the wind. Use the wind's the main thing, but I hope that helps any of you that need help. Thank you very kindly. Have a good weekend. Be blessed.